27 and 28 respectively, 190 centimeters. Just a little bit of an advantage there, but look at that experience. That one sticks out huge.
Трехраундовый поединок весовой категории до 105 килограмм Лиги Eagle FC. Представляю бойцов. Боец в синем углу октагона. Ему 28 лет. Его вес 96 килограмм 500 грамм. Его рост 188 сантиметров. Профессиональный рекорд 17 побед, 14 поражений. Представляет клуб «Ферум», Магнитогорск, Россия. Встречаем Константин Андрейцев! Представляю его соперника, боец в красном углу октагона, ему 27 лет. Его вес 104 килограмм 400 грамм, рост 190 сантиметров. Профессиональный рекорд 2 победы, 2 поражения. Представляет команду Тартим Ахтау, Казахстан. Zakhar Ryabov!
Khabib in the house and all the dignitaries here at Eagle FC. Eagle FC 48, Naiza 41. Big co-promotion here in Aktau, Kazakhstan. Round 1 coming at you with the light heavyweights. 4 fights against 31 fights. It's similar in age. Round 1 underway. Black with the red trim, Ryabov. Black with the blue trim, Andreitsev.
Yeah, and it seems Ryabov is just a little bit thicker, a little bit bigger when you look at the size of these two.
Oh, nice right hand by Ryabov, but Andreitsev ties him up real quick.
Yeah, and that's one of the things we talked about earlier, is even after a guy lands a big shot, if you can get in and close that distance, you prevent him from following up. It's usually not the first one that puts you out, it's the second or third, which a lot of experienced boxers know. Sometimes tying up is a very effective way of defense.
Nice knee by Ryabov, and now you kind of see why he got put in this spot, man. He looks very, very composed.
And big power. Andreitsev is kind of relying on ducking his head and throwing a big shot to make up for that power. But Ryabov is just sniping him.
Yeah, Ryabov just looks right on
sniping
right now, man.
Hands down, super confident.
But at this weight, with that sort of power, you can't make mistakes.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Can't afford it.
Oh, nice takedown there. Caught the kick, drove in, just kind of used his body weight to get him down there. Little old school foot stomps there. That'll get him to move.
Now all tied up with that turn. Oh! And how about the spinning back fist?
Beautiful, right across the jaw. I mean, what a chin on Andreitsev for eating that.
Was a tight spinning back fist. You don't see that very often. That was quick. For that size, that was fast.
Yeah, he's very fast. You know, the hands down style might get him in a little bit of trouble at the higher echelons, but he's very fast to make up for it.
One after another, continuing to pound away at the head. Ryabov, how much longer can Andreitsev stay up? Still looks good right now. 3 minutes in, and this one living up to the hype.
Andreitsev showing off his balance right there. I mean, it looked like Ryabov was going to get him down, and then at the last second spun and got on top. And Andreitsev looked like he's just happy to stay down here, stay on top. You beating him up, you winning this round. If you can finish this round on top, it should make it a clear, decisive victory for him. Oh, and got his back, got him flat.
Got the hooks in.
Got him flat. We've seen this a couple times tonight.
And he's got some time to work with, too.
Big hips, big hips, big hips. Yep.
Man, it's Andreitsev. Here we go. That experience paying off tonight, Kev.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's kind of overcoming the physical abilities that Ryabov has. He's clearly bigger, faster too, but this experience in the cage is paying dividends right now. I like how he did that there. He used his grip on his chin to come back up on top instead of getting thrown off to the side or rolling over. The last thing you want to do in a position like this is roll over where the man is laying on top of you. You rather flatten him, and that's the best position you could be in as the man on top.
So there it is, man. What
a round.
An eventful round. Andreitsev, don't count him out. Ryabov was on his way, and just when you think Ryabov is in the control and Andreitsev is able to get him to the ground.
Yeah,
let's take a look at this
might
replay,
be playing dividends because when you see that power that he's throwing with, that knee was so close to landing. If it would have landed flush, there's no way that Andreitsev could have ate it. But once he got these takedowns, he made it work for him.
Here it is.
There's that spinning back fist. Oh,
man, that was money in the bank, too. Beautiful.
I'm really still surprised he ate that. I mean, he ate it right across the jaw, too. And this dude throws with some serious power.
You just saw all the punishment from Ryabov, but you didn't see the Andreitsev there at the end.
Right.
That last minute and a half was all Andreitsev. So here we go, folks. This one, a big banger here in Aktau. Ryabov and Andreitsev, the fans absolutely loving it. Ryabov still early in his career at 2-2.
You know, I might still give that first round for Ryabov, even though he didn't end it right. He did land the more damaging shots. He just got overly controlled at the end of the round.
Just going into round number 2 here with the light heavyweights.
Either way, all the momentum is definitely in Andreitsev's corner right now.
Such a big test here for Ryabov, right? I mean, this is such a step up in competition for him.
Yeah, he's got to get back on the basics. You know, the basics are what's going to get this done. That hands down style, in and out, it looks good. It's flashy. It works, but the basics is what get the job done in situations like this. Hands up, no walking forward. Sticking behind your jab. Head movement, the basics. He's looking better to start this round, but now he's got to start to get some offense off.
Both fighters in their Eagle gloves here, so we assume both representing Eagle here on the Eagle roster. But you got to believe that some of the guys here from Naiza that really stick out are going to get more opportunities with Eagle as well.
Yeah, for sure, especially coming over here to the States. Which, let's be honest, that's what we're trying to get to.
Diving in, digging in deep.
Shots.
Oh, beautiful. Gets the takedown here, doesn't Andreitsev, and he showed us earlier that he is so capable on the ground. He feels more comfortable here. This is where he wants to be.
Yeah, but you can see that's inexperience from Ryabov. He's willing to to give up position just to land those 2 body shots, which a lot of younger guys are willing to do. They don't even understand it because now you spend over a minute on your back. The 2 body shots were great, but it's not worth spending a minute on your back.
Andreitsev needs to do something here with this takedown. He accomplished that, but right now it just seems like he's holding him down. He's going to have to do more here.
Yeah, he's controlling his legs and his hips. And he's really got Ryabov pinned. He's trying to pin that arm behind his back. Looks like he's close to getting it there. He's controlling the wrist on that far side. So now he just has to free, and he used a headbutt to try and free his head there. A little illegal, but now he got his 1 arm free. 1 arm free, and Ryabov only has 1 arm to defend himself. You see him trying to control that wrist. He's trying to drive Ryabov's own body over the wrist control. There he is. He's going for it again. There you go. There you go. Now he's got free shots.
Nice shot, good left hand. Andreitsev has to take this momentum and go with it.
He'd be better off going with the elbows. The punches might get it done, but it allows Ryabov to grab his hand back. He's better off elbowing there because then there won't be any glove for Ryabov to catch. Besides, the elbows get the cuts. If you can cut a guy in a fight like this, and then it gets bloody, it gets messy, it looks good for the judges. It's very rare you'll put a guy out with a punch from half guard.
Using that veteran knowledge here is Andreitsev, controlling the fight, doing damage. This should be his round if he can keep this fight on the ground. Seems to have all the answers when it comes to the grappling.
Yeah, and he's just making the right moves. He's making 1 or 2 small. They seem small, but he's making 1 or 2 great decisions that is getting him a lot of time to work. And at a certain point, when you become a veteran of the game, you start to understand that winning is absolutely the number one thing. You know, yeah, you want to put on a show, yeah, you want to look great for the people, but winning is number one. And a guy like Andreitsev, he's got 32 fights, and he's going to do what he needs to do to win.
But don't you also think that, I mean, outside of obviously getting your win purse, but if you can have a good showing, though, that's also, as long as you're winning at a decent amount, if you lose and still have a good showing, you're still going to stay in the midst of things, right?
For sure. But you're going to take what a guy gives to you.
Yeah.
You want those type of fights, yes, but it takes 2. So if the guy's just going to let you win and let you win in a good decisive fashion, you're going to take that all day.
Yeah.
But now if he does meet your fire with fire, then that's when you kind of throw caution to the wind. You go out there, you do what needs to be done, because even in a losing effort, like you say, you're gonna do better for your career.
Yep. And here it is. Let's take a look at that replay, and you see Andreitsev. He was just driving into the body of Ryabov and just really wearing him down, picking him apart in this round. This was all Andreitsev in this round.
Yeah, this is a demoralizing round for Ryabov. Demoralizing. I mean, you're stuck on your back. He's got your arms pinned behind you, so you can't, he's little brother in you. He got your arms pinned and punching you with the other one. Why you hitting yourself? I mean, that can get very demoralizing for a guy like Ryabov.
Third and final round here at Eagle FC 48, Naiza 41.
This is going to be the test of his spirit. If his spirit can come back up after being crushed like that.
And test of that gas tank, too. I mean, where's the gas tank at this point?
I mean, he's obviously somebody who relies a lot on his physical ability, on being bigger and faster. So that gas tank is definitely going to wear it.
Ryabov in the black with the red trim. Andreitsev with the black and the blue trim. Third and final round. If it goes to the ground, if it's a grappling exchange, and we've seen that Andreitsev has that advantage, just standing, it's kind of right down the middle. Could go either way.
Yeah, but you can see that Ryabov's definitely wearing it. These punches are coming a lot slower.
Well, he's breathing hard. He's breathing out of his mouth. He's breathing hard. He's feeling it right now.
Yeah, he's feeling that last round. Now these punches are starting to bounce off his head, too. Andreitsev would do good to put together some combinations here. He might be able to get a stoppage if he can put together one or two good combinations.
This is exactly what Andreitsev wants, though. He wants to get in, get his hands on Ryabov. He knows that he's tired him out.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's, beautiful knee to the body there. And it's like we talked about at the end of the round. It's, does he need to go out there and risk his win just to get a big knockout? Not necessarily, you know. Sometimes you want to rely on your veteran status, and you go to what's going to win.
Exactly.
More likely, you know. You want to shut down.
You got to come out with the win. You're right.
This is a fight. It's chances are taken, but you want to minimize your risk potential at all times. And when he's on top like this is the least amount of risk that he's taking.
And on Andreitsev, he's used to kind of floating around and going to different shows and stuff. He wants that win bonus.
Sure.
You better believe that. You know what I mean? Like, for a prize fighter like that has made his name on going show to show and being that journeyman, you want the win bonus.
Yeah, he's here for the journey. That's what he does.
The reality is, the guy with that experience and that record, you can find work for a long time in the light heavyweight division. There's always fights out there for you.
Yeah, back of the head a little bit there. But Ryabov's just trying to get off something. He's so exhausted.
Yeah, and frustrated, too. You can tell he doesn't know where to go at this point. He needs to spend a lot more time on the mats.
Yeah.
Just as we say, that isolates an arm.
Yeah, he's got the foot and the hip, too. Crowd's behind him. Crowd wants to see it done. It's going to take so much strength to pull that out of there, though. So much strength. But he can use it to stand back up. You know, he's using it to land some punches, but push off, get some space here, extend with the hips. That'll do a lot more than trying to land some punches from the bottom. You know, he should be pushing off of him at any chance that he gets. Stiff arming. He's got his legs in there. Now he's just got to get his arms working. He's using them to punch, but he's got to try and extend and get back to the feet.
The veteran Andreitsev seems to have the answers here. Just over a minute left. Ryabov doesn't look like he's in any position to get up to his feet. Although, big elbows, little back elbow opened him up real good. Look at the blood coming over the right eye.
Yeah, you got to hate that.
Wow. This is just a dirty, grimy fight here on the ground.
It's like, man, you know you're losing this round. You're just going to cut me for no reason. This just seems spiteful. I got to see my kids after this.
Yeah, no, but it's very disrespectful. He shouldn't have did that. Have a little courtesy, Ryabov. Have a little courtesy. Andreitsev on top, looking to finish this thing up. Covering him back up. Final seconds, crowd not loving it here in Octal. Their guy on the wrong end of it. This is where we will end up. Andreitsev on top. Most likely done enough for a decision, but we will let the judges make that call as they went 15 hard minutes inside of the cage and went through war. There's the sportsmanship.
Andreitsev did what he needed to do. You really can't fault him for it. You know, he came out. He took on a guy that was favored, that was a little bigger, a little faster, threw more explosive techniques in the beginning, and you know, he ended up getting the job done. I think the judges are going to let us know in a minute, but I think he got the job done, and you know, you can't fault him for that.
No, I mean, this was just, like I said, this was a war. It's a war of attrition between these two. I mean, they went through the ringer, and it appears that the veteran is going to come out on top, and all those fights seem to pay off. He seemed to know where to go with it, played it smart, whereas Ryabov had that power early on. Andreitsev had the skills to go the whole distance, you know. So I think that's the difference in this one.
Yeah, and it's not like Andreitsev didn't put himself out there. I mean, he walked away bloodied up, limping a little bit. So he definitely put in work in the fight. He didn't make it boring by any chance, but he did what he needed to do.
Дамы и господа, по окончании 3 раундов единогласным решением судей победу одержал боец синего угла Konstantin Andreitsev, Россия.
Andreitsev gets it done here on Eagle FC 48. The veteran picking up another win. Fantastic performance by Andreitsev. And that time, getting the W. Ryabov looking forward to seeing him back in action very soon. Kevin, this is how it all went down. Quite the test of wills between these two.
Yeah, you see Andreev. Oh, that was that beautiful spinning back fist. But once he was on the ground, Andreev just took over this fight. Kept him in mount, landing elbows, landing big punches. Kept him controlled for the entire end of the fight. And Ryabov just didn't have much of an answer.
No, he really didn't. And Andreitsev was just too good. When it came to the grappling and the wrestling, there was really no contest.